Happy International Biological Diversity Day. Woo!
Oh, cool, a holiday. Do I get days off work?
No, probably not.
Oh, it's not for me then.
But let me tell you what this day means. So in 1993, 24 years ago, the UN proclaimed today, the 22nd of May, International Day for Biological Diversity. The reason they did this was to raise awareness for biological diversity and the threats that pose to it, because surprise, surprise, we're breaking it. Before we go any further, let me just briefly explain what biodiversity is, or biological diversity. It's the same thing. I study biodiversity and ecology, so although I wouldn't call myself an expert on the matter, I can confirm that it is incredibly complicated. But the most basic definition is biodiversity is the variety of life, and it's a variety of life in so many different ways. 4 different categories: organismic, as in different species; genetics, as in differences between me and you; ecological, as in differences between habitats or ecosystems; and finally cultural, which is how humans interact with all of this. Now that you have an incredibly vague understanding of what biodiversity is, we can crack in a little bit deeper into what today is about. So each year there's a different theme, and this year's theme is biodiversity and sustainable tourism. This is actually a really cool theme, I think, and I think it ties in really well with what I'm doing in here on the channel. What I'm trying to do is encourage tourism to go to places like national parks. That is one of the many ways in which tourism and biodiversity are linking together. So for those of you who don't know, tourism is an incredibly powerful tool in providing funding towards conservation. So when you visit a park and you pay those expensive fees, those go towards conserving the animals that you're seeing. An important word in the title is sustainable tourism. So sustainable tourism means that tourists will be able to experience the biodiversity in a way that does not harm the biodiversity, so that future tourists can come and see the same biodiversity year after year after year. So that's basically what today is all about. I made this video to kind of do my little bit to spread awareness for today, because it is an incredibly powerful message, and I doubt you know about it unless you're like me and you went out of your way to kind of find out about it. So I hope that you now know about International Day of Biodiversity, and that maybe you'll tell your friends. And be sure to subscribe, because all of the messages that I spoke about in this video are an integral part of what my channel is all about. Look forward to me elaborating on these things in future videos, or check out some of my previous videos where I've been trying to promote biodiversity and tourism in my own little way. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit about today. Otherwise, cheers for now.